Many of the over 27,000 Palestinians killed in this conflict have been innocent civilians and children, including thousands of children.
U.S. President Joe Biden on Monday stressed the need to protect innocent civilians in Gaza after scores of Palestinians were killed in the southern city of Rafah during an Israeli military operation that freed 2 hostages held by Hamas. The speech alongside Jordan's King Abdullah at the White House comes as Biden has become increasingly vocal in his demand that Israel not undertake a ground offensive in Rafah without a plan that protects Palestinian civilians.
Major military operation in Rafah should not proceed without a credible plan for ensuring the safety and support of more than 1 million people sheltering there. Many people there have been displaced multiple times, fleeing the violence to the north, and now they're packed into Rafah.
Biden, who has shown increasing exasperation with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for not heeding his advice, said he and allies in the region were working, quote, day and night on a deal to pause fighting, allow hostages to be freed, and increase the flow of humanitarian assistance to Gaza.
The United States is working on a hostage deal between Israel and Hamas, which would bring an immediate and sustained period of calm to Gaza for at least 6 weeks.
Sources familiar with the talks told Reuters that senior officials from the U.S., Egypt, Israel, and Qatar were expected to resume negotiations on Tuesday in Cairo to work on a 3-phase deal framework to release hostages and achieve an extended pause.
We are still focused on trying to get an extended humanitarian pause.
White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby told reporters that some progress had been made in negotiations toward a pause in fighting, but that more work was still needed to be done. The intensifying conflict in Rafah fueled concerns that an Israeli offensive on the southernmost pocket of Gaza could derail the hostage talks, but a U.S. official told Reuters the airstrikes in Rafah should not affect the negotiations toward a deal between Israel and Hamas on the release of hostages.
It is not our assessment that this airstrike is the launch of a full-scale offensive.
State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller said the U.S. did not think the Israeli airstrikes in Rafah were the start of a full-scale military operation in the southern Gaza city, and that without a credible plan that Israel can execute, Washington would not support one.